Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Trini Point of View. Alright, I know I'm a couple of days late with the Fast and Furious 8 review, but I did it the same night and the sound quality was horrible, so I really couldn't put that out. And right now, you could probably hear like some Alkaline and Movado and Vibes Cattle in the background. That is my neighbor. They don't understand the importance of these videos, so bear with me if you're hearing that in the background. So hopefully they get the idea that, yo, time to cut that shit out, man. Time to cut that shit out. Now, for Fast and Furious 8, everybody knows I'm a big fan of this franchise and what Paul Walker and Vin Diesel have been able to do with this franchise and what they've brought for us when it comes to all the different storylines and how they tied everything into one another and the action sequences. I love everything about it. But recently, they've moved away from the car scene, which I understand, and into like the whole action genre, and that is okay. But with Fast and Furious 8, I expected a little more out of it. It's starting to feel like that Expendables tied into like Ocean's 11, like just too much people, too big of a cast, like so much star power. Because we had Luke Evans coming back, what's his name, Jason Statham as Deckard Shaw, Vin Diesel, Ludacris, Tyrese. We had Emmanuel, Natalie as the hacker along with Ludacris. You had Kurt Russell, Scott Eastwood. You just had so many people, and it's just becoming that. As I said, it's becoming Ocean's 11 tied into the Expendables franchise. I know the Expendables franchise is going through its own hiccups, so basically this is the Expendables for anybody who really wants that franchise to go forward. This is your Expendables. Now, as I said, I was always invested in the Fast and Furious franchise, but with this one, I'm not too sure. It just felt while I was doing my show notes, I tried to think about all the different action sequences throughout. Like the beginning, the first act had a couple, the second act had a couple, the third act had like the climax. But I realized the entire movie was just one big action set piece. There wasn't any action sequences. It's just basically the entire movie is just action non-stop, and I don't want to say it's overbearing, but it's just a little too much. You need more acting, you need more dialogue between the actors, because you would expect, since Fast and Furious 7, where Deckard Shaw, I mean, he was like the biggest, baddest villain ever. He killed Han. And for him to come back now and play nice with Hobbs and Vin Diesel actually getting his help, and then from the one before with Owen Shaw, and he comes back and he helps them also. All of that is just like, it's kind of awkward. It's like, yo, what was the purpose of using them as these big bads, and now they're just going to help you along with it. Charlize Theron, she did a really good job. And when she did her first scene, she looked kind of awkward. It looked like a little bit of too much makeup. But then as the movie progresses, her look toned down, and she has that natural beauty that probably everybody likes from way back in Italian Job. Her character, and the trailers, everybody thought she had Dom under mind control, but it's not that. She actually kidnapped Elena, who was Hobbs' partner from I think like Fast and Furious 5 or something like that, Fast and Furious 6, and Dom actually has a kid. Who would have guessed it? I mean, come on, the man plugging this thing from so many movies are back. You would think like, yo, you need to really deal with this problem. Now, Elena hot like hell, so you just plug that and you just ride out, dog. So that's how Charlize Theron actually controlled Dom. She kidnapped Elena and his son, and he actually had to go against his team to help out. It didn't last very long, and it's not like he was really for her, because he actually was trying to figure out ways to get them out of it. Oh, there's actually Tormund from Game of Thrones. He didn't say much, but he had a presence, and I could tell this dude could act when it comes to action. And he was a great addition to the expendable cast of Fast and Furious 8. The direction of the video when it comes to F. Gary Gray's work, it was done really well. You wouldn't be able to really tell the difference between James Wan's work in the previous and this one. The CGI, everything was done well. It's just a lot to take in. It's just so much action. But I guess that's what the franchise is based on now. It's more of action genre. Ludacris, on the other hand, when it comes to his one-liners, there were a lot. When I say a lot, there was a lot. I could have taken it in the beginning, and probably after like the 8th or 9th one-liner, I was like, okay, great, let's get rid of it now. In the third act, let's just stick to the action. But it kept coming. Even Ludacris joined in on it, and it was like borderline. It was like just borderline. I was like, one more of this, and I'm kind of tired of all these one-liners from Tyrese and Ludacris. It was cool. I mean, it was kind of funny. It was giggly funny, but at some point you need to know where to stop. One of the other problems I had with Fast and Furious 8, even the Fast and Furious franchise, since Vin Diesel was welcome back in Fast and Furious 4, was Vin Diesel was introduced to us as a street racer. But since when kind of street racer? I mean, up in Wallafield we are real racers. I don't see none of them becoming no black belt in karate and thing overnight. Vin Diesel actually takes on all the Shaw brothers, Charlize Theron, Tormund, everybody. He's just like the baddest. He's like Superman in this universe because he just could beat the shit out of everybody. Let me not even say Superman. He's like the Goku of this universe for all the anime fans and them. So I really don't buy into like he's just being able to fight everybody and always win. I think maybe they need to take a step back and realize like, yo, because he even fought Hobbs. Hobbs got defeated by one of the Shaw brothers, and Vin Diesel still managed to just kick everybody ass. So I kind of have a little problem with that. It's like you need to actually draw the line of reality at some point in time. With all that said, I actually still had a good time with the movie. You know, I miss Paul Walker's character Brian. I have to admit the movie is missing something. It didn't really impact the movie in this big great way because they spoke of him, and Dom actually named his kid Brian at the end of the movie, which was you know, a nice little nod at the head for that character. It was a nice little moment. But the thing is, it's still a good movie. You know, you're going to the cinema to shove popcorn into your face, get like the biggest cup it have, and it's a good movie. You have a good time at the cinema with this. But you know, there are problems, and I could see in the future the problems are going to keep mounting unless probably they get like a director who is a little more grounded and could actually add a little more dialogue and get the actors to give us that little extra effort when it comes to what they do on screen. My rating for this is going to be a 7.5 out of 10 just because I had such a good time and I'm so invested in this franchise and all the characters within it. I lost a big part of me when Paul Walker passed away and that character, but you know what, it's still a good time at the movies, and anybody who goes to see it, you're going to be thoroughly satisfied. You're going to, if you really sit and think about it, you're going to have little problems with it when you think about the physics and how physics does not apply to this movie. You're going to actually sit down and think to yourself, this really doesn't make too much sense. But I say, man, you're going to have a good time. You're going to leave the cinema thoroughly entertained, and that is really what's important. Alright guys, thanks for checking out another installment of Trini Point of View. Remember to hit that like button, comment down below on what were your thoughts on Fast and Furious 8. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for notifications anytime I post new videos. Also, check me out on Facebook at Trini POV and hit me a thumbs up. And click this link right here for Jamel the Entertainer, who is one of the local talents when it comes to the comedy scene, and he's killing the game right now. You can't get better than that. You won't regret it. And if you ask, let him know who sent you there. Trini Point of View. And as usual guys, see you again.